Hi, it's Nick. I'm going to make a short video to show you how I built a railing for my second trestle for the upper level. I'll go over the materials I use and some of the tools that I used. What I used for the railing right here and in here is 1/8 by 1/8 balsa wood. And the post I used 1/16 by quarter balsa, balsa wood. And I also used 2 pieces of the 1/8 by 1/8 balsa wood. What I used to make this flat color black, I went to my local paint store and they had this stain, and they said that they can make this particular black, flat black, by using the stain, because the paints that they had, they couldn't make the black in a flat. So this is a stain. Next, to cut the material, I used a miter box with the saw. And then I made these templates, and the reason I made this is so it'll give me the space between the 2 posts, and it'll keep it pretty even. And I made another template, and this particular one I use to get the height of this railing. And the way I do it is I just put it in and keep it flush to it. So then what happens is that all of them will be the same height. And I'll take it out. Now, the type of glue I use is a melty grip, and I like this one because it's very sticky, and the parts stick together. And this glue, which is the Gorilla Glue, I use to glue the railing between the 2 posts with this Gorilla Glue. So and also I like to mention, I made these so the video will be short. This railing, now this is the end of the trestle. So of course, when I come in and I want to add another piece, I just cut it so that it sits on half of the support or the post. So then the next one will butt up to it. Now, this is just a short little piece, but if I did use the whole length, then of course this would be the end, and then when it reached the other post, it would be halfway, and then I'd use another full length. Of course, the original railing is much longer. This is just a demonstration. So what we'll do is I'll get the miter box. I think you can see this. And we'll measure the piece that goes between these 2. And I'll just put it up like so. Now, of course, this is representing the end of the trestle. So I'm going to come right to the end of it and make a mark, like I did. And we'll use the miter box. And when you're cutting it, you don't want to put too much pressure on the wood. especially when you're cutting it, because it could splinter, or you can crush the wood, because it's balsa wood. Now I have the piece, and as you see, again, that's the one we want. Now it fits right up against the first one I put there, and then this will go right on the end, like so. So what I'll do is I'll get my glue, and I'll put a little glue on this. And what I like about the glue too, it dries clear. This is and we'll get the piece, and we'll butt it up, and make sure it's even, and that'll take a little while to dry. That's why I'm doing this, because I'd have to make another video, stop the video, make another one until these dry. Now I'll show you how I made the post. I need 2 pieces of the 1/16 by quarter, and they're roughly about 1 1/16, but you can make it any height you want. And then I also needed 2 1/8 by 1/8 square. And I'll get the glue again. Put some glue. So, fell out of my hand. I'll try that again. And we'll get the glue, and we'll just put some on it. Like so. You don't have to put a lot on. Just enough so that they'll stick. Now, I'll get the quarter, I'm sorry, the 8 by 8, and I'll just put it on here. And as you can see how it just sticks on it. Really does a nice job on it. And then I'll get the other one, and I'll put it on there. And now what I want to do is I just want to get the quarter, I'm sorry, the 8 by 8 square even on the end with the 16 by quarter, like so. And now what I do is I press down to make sure I have a nice flat surface right here. Everything is even. And then I'll get the other piece and put some more glue on. Like so. And we'll just put it right on top of that. And it just picks it up. That's why, as I mentioned, I like this glue. I'll make sure everything is neat and straight. And then we'll make it even. Now, as you can see, the ends, it has the natural wood, because that's where I cut them. So that's where the stain will come in on this one. So we'll get our stain, open it up, have a little brush here. We'll just dip it in and just dab the ends so you get the black. And the same with this one. And then sometimes the glue on the side, so I'll just paint that. And then we'll do the other side to cover some of the glue that you see, like so. And we'll just put this one on the side, and we'll close everything up. Now, this is why I wanted to make it this way, because now, as you see, it's very solid. Even if I wanted to break it, it'd take an awful lot, no matter which way I do it. So that's why I made him the way it is, this post. Okay, now what I'll do is I'll make one for this between these two posts. And again, we'll get our mold, and we'll put it in, and I'll get a piece of wood, and we'll get it like so, and I'll mark it. And what I try to do when I cut it is to make this just a little longer than the opening, because when I put it in, it'll stay, as you see how these are staying. These are not glued, by the way, but it's just that's a little longer, and it just holds in there. And yeah, there's the mark, and we'll put in the miter box saw, and we'll cut it. As I mentioned, not too much pressure on it. Just let the saw cut it. Like so. And we'll see how this turns out. I should have left this in here. Okay. Put it in between. I think this one's going to be good. Get it so that it's flush with the end. And what I'm doing is I'm putting pressure on here just to make sure it's even, and gently moving it without disturbing it. It's real okay. Now I just want to make sure they're pretty level, like so. Now I'm going to get the Gorilla Glue, and I'm just going to dab a little on each one of these, and it'll take a while to dry. Okay, I think you can see this. And I'll do this side. This one. And this one. And this one. Now what I'll do, I get that little, I'm just using this screwdriver and try to just even it out a little so it's not, doesn't look like a blob. But of course, after this dries, even though I said the glue, it dries clear, it's a little shinier. So I'll go back over when it's dry with the stain. Matter of fact, I'll do even a couple of the ends where I cut it. Now, basically, that's how I made my railing. Well, I hope you enjoyed it, fellas. Short video. But I just wanted to show you, and maybe someone out there might be thinking of building a railing, and this could be one way of doing it. And of course, as everyone knows, there's many ways of doing it, but this is how I decided to do it. So I'm going to end the video now. You have a great day, fellas. Bye.